Is the Greek Freak's greatness being taken for granted?
Yeah. I think he's in the conversation with LeBron James and Steph, just what he's done. 2-time MVP, NBA champion. He changed the narrative of what they said he couldn't do and what he is proving. But I think also because he plays in Milwaukee, small market, so a lot of his triple-doubles, a lot of his games don't get a lot of highlights because of where he plays, but from the work ethic to everything that he's put in consistently, I mean, every year he could be MVP because he plays both ends. And his defense doesn't get talked about a lot, but on that end, he's killing it too, so I think that's what it is.
Well, Giannis averaging 31, 12 rebounds, 6 assists this season, shooting 60.5% from the field. Like you mentioned, plays both sides of the court. Let's move over to this side, Cemetery Larry. I see twiddling your thumbs, as they say. Is Giannis's greatness underappreciated?
100%. I mean, you look production-wise, how could you say he's not number 2 behind some guy who's just putting up a bunch of points? Right? You talking about playing both sides of the ball, known for that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go watch what you're doing around the rim because it's out of here if you fuck around when I'm down there, right? And then I'm guarding the best bigs, the best small forwards, power forwards, and if I switch on to a point, he knows it's not easy to get by me. So I see it exactly what B saying. Underappreciated is he's greatly underappreciated. Like,
so Giannis currently 3rd, I believe, in MVP odds. Behind SGA.
Yeah, I mean 31, 12, and 6.
I want to say 100 to 1 right now in the odds. So
and what is he shooting?
Third.
What is he shooting from the field?
60.5%.
That's all right. That's just. You know what I'm saying? Like what I was talking about with SGA. You going up against Joker, he got 3 tier levels, right? And then you got another guy who got 2.5. You got 1.5, right? So it's like you got to break. Like, how is Giannis not next? How is it not just them 2, like it always is?
Right.
Or him, and Joel, because there's levels to it. And when James and Russ was involved in those talks, KD won it. His was a lot higher too. I mean, when you talk about putting it all together, but
if he was in a different market, it'd be different?
Nah, I don't think it's market. I just think it's bias, preference. Everybody has a preference of who we supposed to be praising and who we not.
Who's the new guy?
Yeah. And then if you don't praise the right guy, you a hater.
Got you.
But if you praise the right guy, you're a glazer, so that's just
so it does it.
the duality of life.
Yeah. Depends on what you want to be.
Exactly.
Glazer.
Make a choice.
Want to be today.
Make a choice.
All right.
Thin line between glazing and hating. Let's move over to Kenya. Can you look at what Giannis is doing? I know you're a fan of him not shooting threes, only averaging less than 1 3-point attempt per game, not shooting a good number from behind the arc, but Middy's looking good. Obviously getting to the cup doing.
What the fuck about that 3-point line, man?
Yeah, it is.
Like everybody else do. Like he's getting it done the old-fashioned way. It's the he falls into the LeBron category when in Cleveland, like every year, right? If he wanted to, you could because he was the best player in the NBA for a long time, did the most for his team, was the most effective what his team needed every year when he was in Cleveland. Same thing with Giannis. He's going to always be in the conversation. If you want to give it to him, you can. Like every year, the MVP. So, he's very underappreciated in this day of the 3-ball, right? He doesn't deviate. He's added it to his game, but he doesn't rely on it like a lot of people. They've worked at it, and then it's the first thing that they go to is that now. And his intensity and tenacity, the way he plays, is unmatched. If you just go by pure dominance year in, year out, he has been that. So, I think he's very underappreciated.
Do you agree with the couch that Giannis' greatness underappreciated at this point?
Oh, no, for sure. I mean, the last 7 years, he's flirting with 30 every year. 30 and 12, 30 and 11. So, just like Kenyon said, you can literally give him the MVP every year, and no one's going to actually challenge it. But Jokic over there having phenomenal year. Embiid, last year that was the only reason Giannis didn't win it. But you're talking about a guy that is doing what he's doing, and he's still so raw, right? He hasn't really perfected his game yet, where he's gonna take that next tier. So when he starts slowing down a little bit and starts like really, becoming a master at his game, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? So we might be looking at him at 40 years old, and we're sitting there like, wow, how's he still doing this? How's he still averaging 20 and 14? That's gonna be, Giannis. And when it's all said and done, he's gonna be arguing about, if you remove team awards, you're gonna argue if he is the best power forward ever. When it comes to just pure, the person themselves, not hanging on, I had this great team, I'm just hanging on my accolades alone, you're gonna argue if he's the best power forward ever.
So, quick before I get to you, Shaq, Giannis finished top 4 in MVP voting the last 6 seasons. That includes his back-to-back MVP wins, 2019, 2020. On pace, he's averaged over 30 and 11. If he continues that trend this year, last 3 seasons, then the season prior to that, 29.9 and 11.6. So
that's 30.
We give him the bump. Thank you, gentlemen.
That's 30.
I saw you with your finger raised, so let's.
Have we ever seen a big man do what we expected him to do past their peak? Like the peak David Robinson, peak Hakeem, peak Shaq, peak KG. After that peak, have we ever seen anybody take it to like how
No.
that next level after the peak? It's usually a decline, right?
Yeah.
Like Amari, certain guys hit that peak and it's like, chew.
It was built on athleticism
That's what I'm
and certain shit, right?
So the skill to add to it.
So now he's just gonna start
Karl
playing.
Malone, though.
He's just gonna play in half court now.
But that's what I was just, that's my question to y'all is, what would it do to his game to slow his game
to play in
down?
half court. It's gonna come.
If that drop off from where he is now to slowing his game down is like, takes him to 22 and 9.
Then it's gonna still be more than that. When he start playing in the half court,
Yeah, it's gonna be easier.
At like what age is that
How old is-
decline? Is he
shit.
31 now?
don't even
30 now?
He's 30 now.
So you talking about 35?
He
Start posting
oh,
34?
shit, 30.
When he has to start posting up, has to
another
start going to
5
up
years
and
from
unders
now.
and shit.
That's another 5 years.
Fadeaways. Blake Griffin hit it at what age?
Yeah, that's just built. He's
I mean,
built on
if
athleticism.
you take away,
Amari hit it at what age?
I mean, but that's
Yeah, but the
if you
work
take away
ethic
knee
is
injuries,
different.
just them, then it's Karl Malone, probably Duncan,
Yeah.
right? And yeah,
Bro, listen, the shit this boy doing, man, without shooting. Come on, man.
And see, Timmy didn't have to rely on fundamentals when he got older. He was already using the bank shot.
he was
He was already facing up and doing that shit. So you couldn't really tell if he was declining up until his athleticism. He couldn't really block shots and shit. But
Yeah, when you force to slow down, then you gotta, and then he got him to start thinking the game, right?
Yeah.
Now let me really be dominant on this block, right?
does he have that IQ
Yeah,
right now?
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Where has he? Where have
'Cause
we
ain't nobody
seen
made
it?
Ain't nobody made him.
That's what I'm saying.
And no
So
one-
if
say the
we
same
haven't
shit.
if we haven't challenged him to see what his IQ is, post block,
Yeah.
double team, play out the double team, we pre-rotating. How you gonna
Because
make
he
this
ain't
play?
been coached to do it, ain't nobody made him do it yet.
and the game doesn't have to force him to do it.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying-
Right.
I'm
So
not saying he's
even
not
in
forced.
transition, if we set up a transition defense to slow him down, where all his transition
done
points
tried.
don't exist,
They
not
done tried it.
There's not.
so they can't do
They
it.
didn't try it.
Yeah. I think it's just there's certain people you just can't
Because
stop.
they can't match, because
Can't match up.
you can't match up and you can't match that. His intensity and energy for the
Nah.
No, I'm telling
We're
you.
talking about
every-
transition defense, right?
It is,
Get
but-
back into the paint,
but
and we know
it's
Giannis is
sustained,
coming.
though. But
And then-
yes,
We gotta remember,
But then he's gonna
the
put-
person that's gonna stop him is built like this.
Yeah.
No, but
Dwight Howard,
we know
right?
he can't. We know that whoever his matchup is cannot. We know to collectively, we all gotta run back to the paint and make him throw to AJ Green. We gotta make him. We have to.
You taking shots? Everybody just running.
We run back. Yeah. Get back. Yeah.
Hold the wall.
That's to build the wall. Like that's how you have to play.
A lot of them
certain guys.
buckets wasn't transition.
No,
I know.
He was
There-
busting
up.
off.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
he's
he
working.
He's
You can
still
tell.
working, yeah.
Like, that game they up there, he's working on his shit. You can tell now.
You can tell
He's working on his shit in the game. Like, okay, let me work on this shit. I've been this Dirk fade one
Yeah.
leg.
Yeah.
Let me work on this shit
See
I've
if it
been
work.
working
Let me
on,
see if
right?
this shit work.
Let me see if it now it started to slow down but
Got shooters.
until somebody make you do something different.
Yeah, don't change shit.
Like people used to say, shit, why KJ don't shoot jump shots in high school? Why the fuck would he?
Don't
Shoot
everything.
70% from the field. Why the fuck would I do anything else?
Until
Right.
you stop it and make
Until you make me do something different, I'm not gonna do it. Especially when I'm trying to win a game, I'm gonna go with what I know. And he just plays one way. He's trying to win every possession, every game, right? He don't take possessions off. So until the league matches that, player-wise, each and every,
Yeah.
he's gonna always stand out.
That second jump,
And
that
it's
second
what's so funny,
chance
and
point.
it's not. It's
Yeah.
going to be getting closer to European basketball,
Yeah.
skinny type of guards come. So it's not like his game is going to take a dive because the competition is going to be skinnier and weaker. So he's going to be able to play bully basketball, moving forward. Where's he at on the list of 20,000 for youngest?
He is
Maybe sixth?
Sixth.
6, and who's in front of him?
Yeah.
So I will read that list to you right now. Just give me
Jordan,
1
LeBron.
second.
For that same age?
So fastest players to ever reach 20K is LeBron, KD, Kobe, Wilt, and Jordan.
No age is involved, it's just points, right? Just the fastest.
Wait,
20,000.
20,000 points.
Yeah. Who?
But no age.
So the fastest to reach 20,000 points, LeBron, KD, Kobe, Wilt, and Jordan reached the milestone at a younger age than Giannis.
Yeah, because they shot jump shots.
He's going to get 30.
Because they
has a
made
chance to
free
be
throws.
Top 3.
Top 3 scoring all time.
Because they made free
He
throws.
can possibly.
Right, just
Definitely get
imagine.
10,000
Yeah.
more.
So this
He
is,
definitely gets
and let's
10,000
put it in even more perspective.
Shooting
right?
60% from the free throw line.
For his career.
For this season, shooting.
But just put it in even more perspective, right? The shit we say about Shaq. If Shaq would have made free throws, if Shaq would have shot 70%, 72% for his career from the line,
Yeah.
his scoring, he'll be higher on the list. If Giannis was to make free throws consistently and he had made free throws, that he would have been there.
So Giannis shooting
would've been
70% or 69.4% in his career from the free throw line. This season, though, he's shooting 59.6 career low.
Damn.
Just
From the
imagine,
line.
man. He would have been there.
How many points does Kareem have?
Was it, 38?
38,000.
No, he's going to break 38,000.
Yeah, he's
30.
2K a year.
For sure, he's gonna.
He's getting
for sure
30,000 for
he's
sure.
getting-
30 for
no,
sure.
I said
As long as he
38,000.
stays healthy.
Yeah.
As long as he stays healthy, you're talking about declining at. Let's say he retires at 37, 38. That puts him at least 3 or 4.
Have y'all
That's
really,
another 10 years.
have y'all already looked at the math though? Karl Malone and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is 38,000 with no threes.
Yeah,
That's getting buckets.
true.
A lot of free throws.
So
being
look
made.
at Steph. Look at it. Steph and KD. Like
All of them, they behind them twos. I'd be
even Dirk. Like Dirk and certain guys that reached to what I think Dirk got to like 30. Melo, where Melo at? Melo's top 10.
26, 27. Yeah.
He just cracked the top 10. So you looking at guys that's like, man, Melo got at least 6 more years to add to that he didn't even get to just add to that. And then you look at AI, he didn't get all them years that he could have chased it.
So Melo 10th, I think 28,289
The
points.
reason Giannis gonna get it because his skill set is outside of analytics, right? So he's trekking on the same waters that Wilt was trekking on, young Bron, Kobe, early Kobe, Karl Malone threes is worth more than twos, but the twos at a higher percentage. So if you're giving a guy 20 shots, he's not taking 14 threes, shooting 40%. He's shooting 60%, right? So that's where Giannis is at, right? He's not wasting shot attempts chucking threes at a 36, 40%, rate. He's saying, fuck that, I'm gonna get this plus an and one. Even if he misses the free throw, it just adds to his what's the name. So he's getting threes, in theory, just old school threes. You just get old school and ones. You're getting a bunch of those. So when you're looking at how they got it doing it a certain way. So you're telling this era to shoot a bunch of threes, you actually stopping them from getting this award.
I had to do the deep dive into Karl Malone, John Stockton, right? Karl Malone got majority of his points from who? John. John is the NBA what?
Assist leader.
All right, so they work. They don't go together. They don't go anywhere without each other. They have to, right? And you're like, well, Karl Malone's points was on what type of assist? What type of moves? Was it the fadeaway? Was it just the pick and pop? Was it just the pick and roll? And then you look at Kareem's. Was it all jump hooks? Was it all ISO in the post? Was it offensive rebound putbacks? You know, so you're looking at the totality of Jordan and Kobe, Bron, how you got your points, right? And then you look at Giannis. How would Giannis get to that level without it not just being easy? Easy buckets. Like you said, the three. My three is an and one. That three comes off of two rebounds.
Too, though.
Yeah.
Magic, what is he, third on the list?
It was
Oh,
third.
Or way before you got the Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Magic made his
Kareem
career
wasn't
go
running.
longer, though.
Fuck no. He wasn't running with him.
He wasn't running with him like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Kareem
giving
wasn't
him like.
Yeah, it was Spoon, but most of the shit. This is different.
I
Just
know that,
throw it in the
but
cap. He
how
got
long
it.
did he play for?
20 years.
19 years.
But to 40 what?
So he played, he only had 8 years with Magic.
Easy buckets. So
Easy
that
buckets,
was
yeah.
good on his legs. Too.
No, okay, so with in theory, it's like Tim Duncan and Shaq, right? Where Magic is a fast break. If they don't have the fast break, give it to Kareem. And then Kareem is creating his own move.
He was
Right.
the last one down the floor type
Kareem
shit.
played till 40.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not like he's
Last
coming in
nigga
and
down
giving
the
it to
floor.
Kareem and
Run,
Kareem
run,
running. He's
Y'all ain't get it? Y'all ain't get it? It's coming to me.
The motherfucker said, I heard him say something and I kind of laughed. He was like, I guess they had a conversation with why you don't think nobody adapted the sky hook? I mean, that's easy. Nobody motherfucker 7 foot with motherfucker 7'5" wingspan that nobody can motherfucker touch. The only person who can do that is now Wemby.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only person who can adapt what you had. Other than that, nah. Motherfuckers, somebody get into that.
That's probably.
So you look at Kareem's longevity, though.
Somebody get into it.
Kareem's last 6 seasons, 80 games, 79 games, 79 games, 78 games, 80 games, 74 games. I'm just still like,
Damn.
availability.
Yeah.
Availability
That right
is
there.
the best, but-
and you're scoring, right?
And you
Right?
Hooking.
But you
And
look
you're
at
almost
that.
whooping Bruce Lee's ass.
I try to put in the output, the energy output for the points that you're scoring, which is the degree of difficulty, all that shit that we look at Kobe and them. Like, it was so difficult, right? But it's like, you didn't have to do that.
Not at all.
Y'all didn't have to do all that shit y'all was doing. It looked dope. That's why we put him where we put him, because that shit looked nice. But
Yeah, Giannis
KD show you, you ain't got to do all that to do all
They're
that.
not 7 feet.
And exactly, he's not 7 foot, but he just show you energy.
You know what I'm saying?
But the
Giannis'
energy,
output is way
but the
more than
energy,
everybody else's.
The energy is like, I don't gotta do all that to get this off. Melo is even more. Like Melo never had to do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Get you off me, blah, blah, blah.
So we asked the chat, is Giannis underrated?
As a quick 50.
58% say yes. So let's talk about the Bucks.